Hi, welcome to MTG. My name is Ken, and today we are looking at another of the brand new Karlov Manor Alchemy cards, Veko, Death, Doorkeeper. Now, right off the bat, this deck I think is absolutely broken in the funnest way possible. It cheats out just the most enormous, crazy creatures you can imagine on turn 3, turn 4 sometimes, and is completely in my wheelhouse as far as things I enjoy to play. Obviously, this deck is Alchemy, so there's aspects of it that you would never see in paper, which I know can be divisive, but in this case, I think is just silly, fun shenanigans. And I hope you see that as well. Now, before we get into the gameplay, I just want to remind you that we do have a channel Patreon where Patreon members get early access to things like Gitcoin Commander, as well as exclusive content like historic Brawl videos and other fun things. So if that's something that interests you, all the information will be in the description below. But without further ado, let's move on to the deck tech. I want to take a quick moment to thank our patrons. In the Sapperling tier, we have Ishtari, JS, Brandon Such, Sassir, Queen Bee, TDM9, Gazanova, Snafu, Vinny Chase, Titanic Ultimatum, and the Urcast. In the Treeful category, we have Team Rooney, Frosty K, and I Smell Death on You. And lastly, in the Planeswalker tier, we have Hi, I'm Rory. Big thank you to all our patrons. You're the ones who make this channel possible. All right, so the deck we are playing today is the new Urza Veko Death Doorkeeper. This is a 2-mana Spirit Cleric with Extort. You can tap and sack a non-spirit creature, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand, perpetually becomes a spirit, has base power toughness 1/1, and gains you may pay black or white rather than pay the spell's mana cost. Activate only as a sorcery. This card is busted and just leads to like some crazy outcomes. I broke this deck down into 3 main categories. The first is the getting things into the graveyard. So for that, I have some of these. These are all mill cards. We have the Stitcher Supplier, Sigil Merkle, Undead Butler, Palantir, which this card by itself can just absolutely decimate in a deck like this, and you'll see why in a sec. We also have some discard stuff. We have the Guardian of New Benalia, which is fantastic because it protects itself and discards, as well as Liliana the Veil. The next category we have is what I call the sacrifice fodder. So we have cards like Jadar, Sanguine Evangelist, Adeline, Ophiomancer, Preacher of the Schism. All these things just create, you know, you're kind of low to the ground, easy to sacrifice creatures. And the third and most fun part of this deck is all the payoffs, all the things we are trying to get into our graveyard so we can recur them for 1 mana. We have Ulamog, we have Kozilek, Cityscape Leveler, we have Avacid, which is just busted because it gives everything indestructible. Shieldred, Demon of Loathing, Breach the Multiverse obviously isn't one. This is, I guess, would be more of like the mill category, but I just love it, and it is a great card still in this deck. Elishnor, Wormcoil, Vein Ripper, all these things that are just turn 3, turn 4, you get these out, and it's lights out for the opponent. Perforator Crocodile seemed to come up a lot when I was recording, and going into it, I didn't know what I thought of it. I now very much enjoy it. It is a fantastic board wipe. It's really honestly just like another Massacre Worm, but a little bit better in the sense that it leaves your opponents with, you know, either you can sack the creatures that survive the wipe, or they have to pay 2 life. So super good. Very happy with how this worked in this deck. God Eternal Ketra is also a bit of a payoff, but also will just give you more tokens to sack. Aside from that, mana base is pretty typical. Our removal package, again, is pretty on par with what you would see for Orzhov. I think another kind of fun fringe thing in this deck is this Delny Streetwise Lookout. Essentially doubles all your triggers for all your crazy big stuff, assuming you cast them using Veko's ability. So creatures you control with power 2 or less can be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater, but also if an ability of a creature you control with power 2 or less triggers, the ability triggers an additional time. So because they're coming in as perpetual 1/1s, it does trigger Delny. So that's kind of a little fun little tech that you can do with this deck. Aside from that, it was a lot of fun to play. I didn't find my hand got too over encumbered with high mana stuff. Usually I was able to get them in the bin one way or another, but yeah, that's the deck today. Hope you enjoyed the video. I had a lot of fun with this, like so much fun with this deck. It is just absolutely ridiculous. But without further ado, let's get into the gameplay. Finally. Oh, it's Atraxa, yay. All right, well, Let's see if we can get any fun shenanigans underway. Oh, Stitcher and Jadar. I feel like between the two of these, we should be able to get some fun things going. We also have the Avacyn and the Sheoldred. So if we can get those into the graveyard, especially Avacyn. Oh, Avacyn's so good in this deck. I mean, so is Sheoldred. They're all good. This is a fun deck, especially when you can get your engine going. Stitcher, mill 3. Ooh, those were bad mills. We got 2 lands and a removal spell. Sad. Sad day. Okay. We'll go Commander. Swing with a Stitcher. Get the Jadar down. That'll give us our stack outlets. So the Stitcher Supplier. Ooh. Oh. Oh. I was gonna say, if they made us discard one of our like scary things, that would actually have been amazing. Okay, we'll all swing 2. 1, 2. We will draw 2. 1, 2. Oh, we got so many big, heavy hitters now. We just need a way to get them into the bin. Actually, they're a little slow set up. My spice. Fields are non-creature, non-land. Well, they really want just our hand to be emptied. Let's see. We go to combat first. Yeah, let's go to combat first. Funny thing is, if we just draw enough cards, we'll have to just discard the hand size, which is also a way to get some of these things into the bin. Just like that. All right, we'll put down the, let's see, how many cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have to discard 2. So we actually don't want to, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna actually, and turn like this, discard the Avacyn. Feels weird to use this as a form of discard, but you know what? Sometimes you have to do what you have to do. As long as they don't have the... Ooh. Do they have the counterspell up? Makes me a little nervous the way they... Beginning upkeep. Beginning upkeep. We're gonna do this... No, we're gonna attack first. Let's think about this. Attack with you and you. 2 attacks. For each basic land type, exile target non-land permanent opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield. I assume they're going for the commander. Okay. Interesting choice. All right, well, then that means we are free to go on. No, free. Avacyn goes back into our hand. Avacyn cast for 1. Do not extort. We'll throw down a land. Sure, Scryland. Shoulder's good. I'll take a shoulder on top. And for good measure, we'll put down an Ophiumancer. Now we have indestructible snakes. Yeah, definitely should have gone for the commander with the ley line. Maybe they haven't played against this deck. I'm not sure, but I'm not mad at it either way. We have our Avacyn out. They're tapped out. Things are looking pretty good. Do we just get the Stitcher Supplier back? We'll attack first. Not you. Down to 10. Play a land. We'll do the thing. We'll bring you back. Yeah, we'll sack you. We want to fuel our graveyard. Sure, we'll pay it for a hybrid instead. Start as we can. It enters. We mill 3, and no great hits, but we will. No, I think we're gonna hang out. I guess we have done that. It's fine. Out comes Avacyn. We have the swords. They will gain a lot of life from it, but I think really the only thing we're worried about is a farewell. Nothing in there really. Things I worry about. They have a thought seize, which I assume they're going to cast, and in response, we are going to swords the Atraxa and extort it out of spite. And that's game. All right. Well, that was a good showing at least. I did like that game. Right, GG's. Ooh, Urza Lord Protector. This is gonna be a control-y deck. I have a feeling. I kind of like this opening hand though. We have the 1-drop. We have some removal. We have the Liliana and the Palantir to fill our graveyard. Feeling all right, and we gotta go first. I feel like that never happened, so maybe that's a sign. Okay. We will put down our commander before they can counter it, and we'll swing. Each mill a card. I mill Gix, they mill Sunfall. Ooh, alright. I'm happy that's in the graveyard. So we can get Gix back. Soul Partition on our commander. Does it matter? No, because we can just cast it for that mana. That way we don't up its commander tax right away. Let's throw down the Palantir. Swing in for 1. Mill. Ooh, there's a fun card. Alright. Do we want... We're gonna... Boots might be good, actually. The boots are gonna be very good. So we're gonna go like this. We'll block. We'll see if they'll let us draw it, or we have to mill it. Oh, we mill it. That's okay. They took 2 life. That's what we wanted. We didn't want the boots. Surge of Salvation. Okay, I think we want the commander back out. Do they... Oh, do they have the wash away? Of course they have the wash away. Alright. Well... At least our commander is still only 4 mana. Not 6 now. Line, counterspell. We will... Let's see, now they have to choose 2. Ooh, do we do the Dylan? I don't think we want Dylan. We're gonna go like this. We do kind of want to land. But we don't get it. And they don't lose life. Oh, curses you, Azorius players. Kronk. Okay, our turn. We do get the land. So what are the odds they are holding up a counterspell? Do we test the waters? Let's swing first. Question is, how many counterspells do they have? Because there's already one in the bin. There's a bidder. There is another counterspell. So probably they are going to be running a million counterspells. So I think let's throw down Liliana. See if it gets countered. I don't really want our commander costing. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's useless. Right. Now we can start doing some damage. I think. Throw that to the bottom. This is an interesting card. Oh. Oh man, that was all right. Well, this Palantir might just it might just win us the game all by itself. Wow, what a hit. 5, 7, 15 damage. So the interesting thing is base tower toughness 0/2 is defender and loses all of their abilities on the Eye Collector. Okay, there it is. Well, I listen, Palantir just putting in the work. All right, GG's. We are up against Elas il-Kor. So it is a battle of the Urza. Moonshaker Shieldred, Demon of Loathing. I think this is too slow. Lotho. Alright, this feels good. We have God Eternal Ketra, who's a house in any deck, honestly. We will enter tapped the Godless Shrine. Go for the Lotho next turn, I believe. Esper Sentinel. That cares about 9 creatures. So let's go land and Lotho. Next turn we'll go for the Shattered Sanctum into the Commander, I think. Unless they say something scary. Wedding announcement. It's fine. Probably could go maybe in this deck just for the actually we're gonna put this down. Just mainly because we need things to create kind of chump tokens. Clearly they're going for a token strategy. Hopefully our Stort will help kind of balance that out. It's not a mechanic I really like to rely on too much, but it does come in handy. Oh, Wormquill Engine. So now we're kind of at the stage where we need ways to get all these big scary things into the bin. We're gonna Cure to You, Pain the One, and we'll pay the Start, sure. And do we attack? We do not attack. Yeah, we just need ways to fuel our graveyard now at this point. Though getting this out, maybe cast a creature spell. Yeah, I'll probably play that next turn if we don't draw anything good. And then the following turn, then we'll have that token outlets. We'll eat alive our commander. Honestly, not a bad idea. It is a very powerful card. Boromir. Get the treasure. Okay, so with 6 mana. Blocks. So I guess things change a little bit. That flipped. Ooh, this thing. This is such a weird card. I think that feels like a very good thing to get out right now. So I think we are going to do that. Essentially, he's going to wipe their board and leave them with a Boromir that's going to drain them if they don't sacrifice it. Such a weird... Such a weird card. I like it. It's almost like a weird Massacre Worm kind of esque card. Weakens their cards. Yeah. Weird card. I like it though. Also came out along with all these new commanders. Elas comes back. I'm not too worried about that. We're still not getting any real way to get stuff in our graveyard. So I'm wondering if we just continue the onslaught and just cast these things for their full mana cost. When you may search your library for exactly 2 cards not named. Man, okay, well this could get things in our graveyard. Also, I think we're gonna go for the God Eternal. I think. They have Death Touch, so no attacks. Do they have swords? There's some of the Boromir. Sacking the Boromir. Draw some cards. Nice thing is the God Eternal will be a great blocker for the Elas because first strike or double strike. They have a board wipe, that's kind of crappy. But also not the worst thing. Then at least we have stuff in our graveyard. -1, That's fine. Lotho says goodbye. Mind Stone. Solemn. So we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Do we go for the? I think we go for the commander because we want to now get. Double block. Ooh, I don't think I want to do that still. We have our knight. Sorry, our knight. Our zombie. Vigilant zombie. This is a cool card. I like this card. Yeah, so as long as our commander survives. I feel like this opponent is privy to our plans. Sometimes people just don't touch the commander because they don't really understand what it does. This one's already destroyed it once. So, I don't have too much faith that it's going to stick around for long. Rosy Cotton. Gets food. Puts a counter. I have 3 mana left, 2 cards in hand. What does that mean? It means it's our turn. Burning. So, this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna throw down the Iganjo. Going to Burning Rune Demon. Triggers. We'll take the zombie. We will not extort. Decline. We're gonna search for 2 creatures. Puts 1 in hand, 1's in the graveyard. So we're gonna pick. Ooh, Avacyn and Elishnorn. Oh, see, this is where it gets fun. Oh, what do we go for? I think we go for the Avacyn and the Elishnorn. Yeah. They could also still have removal and get our commander before we can do the thing. I don't even know who I want more. Probably the Avacyn. Yes. All right. Now we can do this. Get you back. Sack this new friend. Avacyn goes to hand. And Avacyn gets cast for 1 mana. Oh, and we get another zombie. Look at. Oh, this deck's so much fun. Still a farewell, just completely obliterates us. But that's okay. We've had our fun at least in this game. And now we go in for the attack. Back in the Mind Stone. Please don't be a farewell or Sunfall. Those are the only 2 cards that could hose us. Okay, block him with the Clever. Down to 14. Dies, we lose a life. Did they draw the board wipe? We wait with bated breath. Sarah Paragon. No, they didn't. Alright, well. Very good card. I almost put in this deck, but most of our things we're trying to get in the bin are just crazy expensive, so I felt like it might not have been the best. When it does not have the answer, I think we are... Oh. Apparently I did. Wow, I was... We did put it in the deck. I apparently forgot about that. Wow, that is Magic trying to call me out. All right, Soul of Windgrace. This is a powerful deck. I know that because I have one. Let's see. We have the Guardian. We have removal. We have stuff to discard. Ooh. Or we get greedy. No, we're gonna keep it. Oh, they're looking at our commander. They're gonna know what we're up to. They're gonna know our shenanigans. I think the strength of this deck is it's new enough that people don't know what it does. Thus, they don't really read the card, and then they don't deal with the commander the rate it's dealt with. But I feel like this opponent might be a little, they might be a little privy to that. Put out the commander first. And do the guardian next turn, assuming the commander survives. It needs to be a 1-man. It needs to be a lightning bolt if it does die, because they only have 1 untapped mana. Oh, look at that! All right. Oh, and the Sanguine Evangelist will be a great. We do that this turn, and now we'll get this out first. And we'll extort. Sure, why not? We'll attack. Down to 24. So we probably on our end step want to toss the worm coil into the bin, because this is better when they start to have creatures. Oh, well, there's one creature. We will discard the worm coil, I guess. My turn. Ooh, Kozilek. That's so much better. So that'll be better in a little bit. We'll do you. You do not extort. Thank you very much. We just go straight for Kozilek. I think we go straight for Kozilek. We do you. Discard you. Do you. Do your ability. Choose you. Sack you. We get a 1-mana Kozilek, and we get to draw 5 cards. Alright. This feels good. This is the route I wanted. Next. And turn. And now we've got counterspell. We can counter a 2-mana, 3-mana, 4-mana, 6-mana spell by discarding the corresponding mana value card. So the Palantir, I really don't want to use it to discard, because this card is a house attack. Horser of Prefix, gain some life. Binding of the Old Gods, what are they going for? That's a 4-mana. We are going to definitely counter that with the Solemn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Target that spell and sack or discard the Solemn. Kozilek is busted in 1v1. I don't think they knew what it did. That was the look of like, excuse me now? Okay, what's in the bin? We still have the worm coil there. Hound here leaves us with 2 mana. Let's do your thing. We're going to pull you out. We're gonna sack you. You're gonna give us a little bat friend. We'll pay you for 1 mana. We will not extort. And we'll throw down this. This should help fill our bin even faster. Sure. We'll swing with a 1/1 menace. Alright. End turn. We are gonna bottom both of these. Usually like to leave something up, but hey, that was a good hit. Glad I did it. So now we have a 4-mana, 2-mana, and a 6-mana to protect us. Luckily, most removal is 2 mana. Most board wipes are 4 mana. And or 6 mana. The commander is 4. We can counter the commander. The bandit, whatever it's called. Spiteful Banditry. They pay 3. So that's a 5-mana spell. How does this read? Discard card mana value X. Counter with mana value X. So if we would have to pay So we would have to pay 5. We don't have. It deals X damage, so we're gonna do you. We're gonna discard you to make you indestructible. Okay. And then resolve. I think that's 5 mana, so we can't, unfortunately, do anything about that. But that's okay, because we do get some Worm Coil triggers. We have stuff in the bin. Now we just need to get it out. So we will throw down the commander. Tally it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if they have a land, a tally comes down next turn, which is just a real bummer, unfortunately. X. No. Okay, we are going to swing with the Death Toucher. Unless it's creature attacks. As the creature attacks, we may tap it on attacking. Yeah. Fine. Well, when you do add its power, yeah, we'll enlist. We'll enlist the choose attackers. Wait, how does this work? Nope. We go like this, and then we go like this. Can you tell I've never done this before? Oh, those aren't great either. Throw those to the bottom. Now our Guardian is a 5 power. Look at that! Down to 12. Now we end turn, and hopefully we have some big nasties on top. Ooh. Alright, I'll take that. Mill them. Yeah! Down to 5. Alright. I mean, I'm not feeling great because the tally is about to come down. But we have the removal for the Atali. So we have such a scary deck that they could cascade into something real bad. They have the removal. They have a land. Go for the throat would be annoying on our commander, though at this point, I don't know, I feel like the Palantir might hopefully carry us over that finish line. They're thinking about whatever they're doing. They're really looking at the Guardian. The only thing is that is the one thing we can protect. So we want to go for the commander, I think. The Atali taps them out. Okay, so at this point now, we just need to hope that they don't hit anything too bad. What'd they hit? Oh, an Avs. No. Our own hubris. Well, Paradise Druid. Well, at least they whiffed on their end. Okay. That is a problem. They are at 6 life, though. How do we do this now? The Palantir, they have to give us cards at this point. This destroys a creature. Player casts their second spell. Create a treasure. Whenever an opponent attacks a creature with marred bow, whenever an opponent casts their second spell each turn, draw a card. Cavern, right? We'll choose cleric. Okay, we can't go for Kozilek anymore. We can't go for the Worm Coil. Oh, but we can go for the Crocodile. Is that... The Crocodile is the answer. So we're gonna go like this. It might be the answer, I think. Let's see, we go like this. We're gonna sacrifice the Death Toucher. They get a treasure. Okay. We cast this for 1 mana. Sure, we'll extort. So those now all get stab wounds. So they have to sack all 3 of them. Otherwise, they die. Start. Oh man, this is getting. Oh, we did it! Oh my god! I did not think we were gonna have that. Oh, good games. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I know I had a lot of fun playing as well as building this commander. It kind of brought me back to early young Magic player when you're just trying to stuff in all the most powerful cards, kind of disregarding everything else as far as removal or ramp or anything like that. But I feel like in this deck, it's all right because we're getting those creatures out crazy early and crazy fast. But if you enjoyed today's video, again, if you could like, subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know your thoughts on the commander. That would be greatly appreciated. Without further ado, I think it is time to say goodbye.